Hello, it's Friday, October the 8th. I'm Mike and this is the cover for Let Property News Roundup of the week. On a very strange week again, really, weather-wise. Started off rather wet and rainy, and it ended up, it's overcast in Southend, but it's still quite warm. And obviously the big news of the week, I guess, with the fuel crisis, just been watching the petrol garage over the road. It does seem to be easing quite a lot now in terms of supply, because at the start of the week the queues were all the way back into Southend Verge, I think, and now I think we've just got a couple of cars there now, so that's a bit of a relief that that's all easing. But I think that's the big news such of the week here anyway. So what we look at this week, so property and tenant manager, some research, so UK register prioritising green spaces over living close to their workplaces. So that's a survey done by Wise Living. So according to the data, I think they've researched 1,000 renters, 34% of whom only say it's important to work where you live. The top three reasons, really, 45% green usage was more important. Actually, it might be 40, but yeah, so transport was 38%, or transport links, I should say. Local amenities was 37%. So I think after that came living close to work. Obviously, I guess with that, the remote working that we've been doing for 18 months or so has been a big factor in that. An interesting blog from Landlord Vision, how much have landlords spent on rent reductions. That's research done by Shawbrook Bank. The research that they've done is showing that 46% of landlords have reduced rent, particularly at the height of the pandemic. So roughly that lasted for sort of 4 months, equating to £6,500 per property. And 28% of landlords gave their tenants payment holidays during the time. So collectively, there was up to 7.9 billion of rent was reduced, which is quite a phenomenal number when you break it down, really. Landlord Works, a very interesting guide to advertising and managing your property. So things like, do you, for example, do you look online? Do you do it online? Do you go to the high street? Do you self-advertise? And then obviously tips then in terms of, do you self-manage the property? Do you have an agent, for example? So that's another interesting read for you. Property Investor Today is a blog from Jonathan Frankel of Cavendish Legal Group, looking at leasehold reform and the possible end, or the desire to end ground rents. Obviously, Michael Gove, the new housing minister, or housing secretary, has a lot on his plate, or a lot to be looking at, but a lot of the feeling is that should be one of the top priorities that he brings into the job. So that's the news this week, and we will see you again next week. Thank you.